Hello, everyone. Welcome. Once you join me, say hello in the chat so I know who's here. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. My name is Brooke. I know some of you guys may have seen me, Warren Sports and Fitness. I'm the ministry assistant there. Recently moved to Augusta, Georgia, so new to the area. We moved here, me and my husband moved here in August. We've yet to experience a master's. We're looking forward to that. Hello, welcome guys. Again, once you join me, say hello on there so I know you're here. Yes, we'll wait a couple minutes so everyone can join us. You already see from the title, we're going to talk about exercise today. So I'll give you a little background about myself. I grew up, my mom was very active. She really taught me from a young age. She just loved being outside, or whether it's doing an exercise video with her, just the importance of exercise and taking care of yourself. So I just grew up with that as my background. I played sports, kind of lived all over the place. Hello guys, welcome. Virginia is really home. We lived out west in Colorado for a few years, and I went to a tiny private school, high school, so I was able to play all the sports. I was not very good at them, but I tried them all. And I just loved being active. So majored in exercise science. I went to Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina. Yes, that is a major. People are surprised. Exercise. You can major in exercise? Yes. So I originally wanted to go into physical therapy. That was my thought. But then I also had a passion for, there we go, Cherie. I also had a passion just for, helping people, seeing that exercise can be fun. And I did my internship at the YMCA in Greenville my senior year, and they just really took me under their wing and taught me all the things about exercise, and I really fell in love with it, and just realizing that you don't have to be, super fit. You don't have to be like this hardcore personal trainer yelling at these people. Like, my passion was women and strength training, teaching them strength training, not to be afraid of that weight room, teaching them the importance of strength training and getting in some exercise, and then chronic disease, those with diabetes, hypertension, all of that stuff. I worked with a special program there. So, and kids, I love working with kids. I taught PE for a few years at our preschool at my church in Greenville. So, and then we moved here. So my husband got a job here and we moved here, and I looked hard for a job here, and Warren Sports and Fitness, they were a perfect fit, and I just love it. I worked at the front desk and did personal training for a few months, and then just in January started to be the ministry assistant. So that's what I do. You may see me in there personal training some, teaching group exercise when I have the chance, and I love it. And I love teaching ladies how to exercise and how to enjoy exercise. So we're going to get started here. I'm just going to, piggyback off of what Sally said last week about routine. So we want to find that routine just, daily if you can, or, whatever it looks like for you, 3 times a week, 2 times a week, taking care of yourself. So, it's like the oxygen. You got to put yours on first before you can help other people. So the same thing, you got to take care of yourself before you take care of those kiddos. I am not a mom yet. Lord willing, in the next, couple years, we'll be blessed with a child of our own. But I do have a background in pre and postnatal training. And then, like I said, my passion is, helping women with strength training and exercise in general as well. So that's kind of a little bit about me. I want to get to know you a little bit. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I know we sent out some questions. Tell me if you currently have a exercise routine, or if you're, just new to it. And then I'll ask you guys some questions along the way, but go ahead and feel free to comment along as we get started here, telling me maybe what you guys have been currently doing, or if you're brand new. Nope, there's no shame in that if you don't have a routine going on. I know we are in crazy times right now, so no shame if maybe you've let it off, slide the exercise, slide a little bit, but we're going to get you guys back on track. So yeah, feel free to comment there, but let's keep going on, and I'm going to talk to you guys about the benefits of exercise, specifically for moms, busy moms. Yeah, there we go. I know, guys. Quarantine is slowing your routine down. I know it. Okay, so I'm going to go over some specific guidelines specifically the benefits of exercise that I think it pertains to busy moms. So what are some benefits? Why even exercise? Like, what's the point? Why do we exercise? So here's some. ACSM, American Council on Sports and Medicine. They're the gold standards for all of these guidelines. And that's what I'm certified through, ACSM, American Council on Sports and Medicine. So just specifically things that you should already know or you have heard time and time again, helps you efficiently manage stress. So especially these times that we're living in, it is very stressful. And just getting 30 minutes, whatever you can, of exercise is going to help you manage that stress, help you take care of that cortisol level, not spike it up too much. It's going to help you just get out there, move, maybe process some of your thoughts. Specifically, if I know I'm having a hard time, if I just go out there, get outside, walk, run, whatever you can do, it just helps you just mentally be able to process your thoughts, manage your stress there. It reduces anxiety going off of that, improves your mood. I don't know about you, but once you get in that workout that you've been meaning to get in, you may have been grumpy before, yelling at those kids, your husband, you come back and it just lifts your spirit. So what do you guys think, or what do you feel are some benefits of exercising? Why do you exercise? Specifically for you busy moms out there, what are some benefits that you see if you do take that time to exercise? Feel free to comment. Tell me some benefits that you guys think you see specifically to exercise. Or when you exercise. Why do you exercise? Come on, guys, tell me. I'll keep going down the list. Sleep better. I don't know about you, but if I take the time, I definitely feel like I sleep better. If you're just releasing some of that energy that you have bottled up, it definitely helps with your sleep. It improves your self-esteem. So if you are out there, maybe you hit a new PR for your 5K, or you were able to go heavier doing your chest press one day, it improves your self-esteem. And you don't have to be doing anything crazy. You could just be seeing little benefits. Maybe you've been walking for 15 minutes a day and you did 5 minutes extra and you just feel so much better, and it helps with your self-esteem there. Decreases your risk of injury. So especially if you're you just had a baby or recently, you're going to be doing a lot of moves that maybe you're not used to, picking up, the baby's car seat, moving it. If you've been doing these moves, your body is going to be less susceptible to injury from doing these moves and just in general. All right, guys, let's keep going on. Now, what does the Bible say about exercise? You're like, does the Bible actually specifically say anything? Well, it does. So I'm going to turn to 1 Corinthians 6, 19 through 20, which may be something that or a verse that you know by heart. If you grew up in church, maybe you have it memorized. But this is Paul's first letter to the people in Corinth. And in chapter 6, he's talking about how they can glorify God in their body and spirit. So just 1 Corinthians 6, 19 through 20. I'm going to go ahead and read that for us. Or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you, whom you have from God? You are not your own, for you were bought with a price, so glorify God in your body. We were called as Christians, as believers, to glorify God in our body, taking care of ourselves. That's what God called us to do. And how do you do that? Sleeping, eating, specifically taking care of yourself, getting in that activity. Another verse I'm going to take us to is Proverbs 31, 15 through 17. We're going to go back to the Old Testament. We're going to talk about the Proverbs 31 woman. Now, I know that we live in a different time than back in those New Testament times. Proverbs 31 woman, her exercise routine is going to look a lot different than ours in these times in 2020. So Proverbs 31, 15 through 17, we're talking about the Proverbs 31 woman. She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it with the fruit of her hands and plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. So she takes care of herself. She may not be specifically, taking 30 minutes a day, doing specific strength training or going and getting some cardio in, but she is not lazy. She is not sitting around the house doing nothing. She is taking care of her family. And yes, exercise looked a lot different those days. I mean, they were physically active all throughout the day, but you can see there specifically that she's not idle and she takes care of herself. We're going back to 1 Corinthians 10:31. I worked at a camp one summer and we had to recite this verse every day before we ate. So this is just ingrained in my mind. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. So whatever we are doing, it should be bringing God the glory. And it doesn't matter if, what we're eating that day, what we do with our body that day, it should bring God the glory. And I know it's hard, especially these times. You just want to sit on the couch, do nothing. But we got to make sure we take time to glorify God and take time to get some activity in. And then one more, 1 Timothy 4:8. You may be like, why is she bringing up this verse? This is talking about, people may use this as an excuse. Oh, I don't need to work out. It doesn't profit. But let me just go over it for us. For while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come. So that's just a reminder, this shouldn't be an idol in our life. We shouldn't be so obsessed with getting the exercise in or, eating right. It shouldn't be an idol. It should just be something that God has called us to do, to take care of ourselves, and we do it to take care of our bodies. It shouldn't be up there. You shouldn't be obsessed with it. Like you have to do it every day. It shouldn't be an idol there, but it is of some value. And the Bible specifically says it in 1 Timothy. So those are just some verses for you guys to think about. We're going to move on, but we are going to do some exercise at the end of this, guys. So I hope you are prepared for that. So what does it look like for a busy mom? And you guys may give me some suggestions there and talk about it there. But what does exercise, we're going to go over what it looks like for a busy mom. Let's just give you some practical tips and pointers. My sister, Brittany, she's about 6 years older than me. She has 3 girls, my 3 nieces. Sophia is 8, Eliana is 6, and then Eva is 2. So her husband, my brother-in-law, Matt, is a pastor. So she's a pastor's wife. She homeschools her girls, and she does a lot of co-op, which is their homeschooling program with that too. And she is somebody that I look up to. Like when I'm a mom one day, I want to be like my sister. And she just recently, she set a goal for herself that she was going to run a marathon last year. So in November, we all did a marathon together. There was a lot from my family that did it, but she set a goal for herself that she was going to run a marathon. And you may be like, that is insane. I don't know how she did it. 3 girls, her husband's a pastor. But she specifically made that time, and she's always been like that. She just makes the time to exercise. It may not look like crazy amount of time. It's just when she can, she gets it in. So I asked her to give me, some practical tips of what she would suggest for you moms out there during this busy time. So she just said, find a time that works best for you and get into a routine, whether it's early morning, nap time. If you work, maybe on a lunch break, maybe after work with the kids, get those kids in the stroller, or ask your husband, say, hey, can you watch the kids for 30 minutes? That's all I need before I come back, make dinner, or maybe after dinner. So you got to specifically find a time that works best for you. And not everyone is going to be the same. I am a morning person. I just feel like if I don't get it in the morning, or before, I'm probably not going to get it in unless I have somebody who I know is going to keep me accountable. If my husband says, all right, after work, we're going to go, then I'll go. But if it's just me, I'm not going to get it in the evening. Maybe you are not a morning person and there's no way you're going to get up before work and get it in or before the kids get up. Just find a time that works for you. Maybe afternoon works best for you. Lunchtime. Everyone is different. Don't be hard on yourself. If you are not like, somebody over here who is, really gung-ho and gets up at 6 a.m. every day, that you don't have to do that. Also a tip, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Research suggests even if you just have 10 minutes, 30 minutes a day is generally what we say, but if you break that up into 3 10-minute segments, that will still prove benefits. So make the most of that time. You're still going to see those benefits even if you just go on a 10-minute walk. If you have 10 minutes, get outside, move, do something. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Also, my sister specifically said, get those kids involved. She always puts the kids, the two older girls, on their bikes, pushes the baby in the stroller, gets those kids out of the house, and it also helps you get that heart rate up, go on a walk. Maybe you're going to go outside, like go in your backyard while the kids are playing outside, and you're going to do an outside workout, do a body weight outside workout. I'm going to give you guys body weight exercises to do later on that you could do at your house. Minimal equipment. You don't need, all we're going to use today is a band, so you could easily take this exercise outside. So yeah, do it while the kids nap, take the workout outside, play with them on the playground, getting out there, chasing your kids, just something. It doesn't have to look like specifically 30 minutes, get it in, what it typically looks like, what you think of. Do an activity you enjoy. So the best kind of workout for you to do is something that you are going to do, the kind that you will do. So if you hate running, don't try running. You may see later on down the road, you're like, oh, I might want to try it. But, if running is something that you hate, you do not have to do it. If you are like, oh, I just really do not like the elliptical, but I feel like I need to do it, don't do it. Find something else. Find the activity that you enjoy. Everyone has something that they enjoy. Maybe you enjoy playing sports. Get outside. Maybe you played soccer growing up. Get outside and kick the soccer ball around with your kids. Get that heart rate up. Find something that you enjoy. Also schedule it in. I know Sally talked about scheduling. You got to schedule time in for yourself. If you fail to plan, then you're going to plan to fail. So just put it on, that calendar that you have on the fridge, put it on there, today, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to get in 30 minutes of exercise or 20 minutes. It may not always look the same every time you're getting out there, but just plan it on your planner, put it in, while the kids are napping, I'm going to go and get my exercise in. So one thing that I talked about earlier is strength training. Strength training is very, very important. I know some women, when I say strength training, they're like, oh no, I do not want to bulk up. I hear that time and time again. They're scared of the weights because they think it's going to make you bulky like a man. But God did not design our bodies like that. We are not built. We do not have the same hormones as men. We are different. Women are built different. And it's really, really important for women to be strength training. You want to do specific, full body, try to hit all the major muscle groups at least one time a week. So today we're going to go over a full body workout. You're hitting all the major muscle groups. It does not have to be, you don't have to be going in there and, curling 25 pounds, trying to get your biceps fit. Strength training, do not be scared of it. Okay, women, you're going to see the benefits. You're going to see that your body may be shrinking down. You may not be losing weight, but muscle, you've heard it time and time again, muscle, weighs more than fat, or muscle takes up less space. Yeah, that's what it is muscle takes up less space. So you're increasing your muscle mass and you're going to see your body shaping, coming down. You're going to see a ton of benefits from the strength training. Like I said before, decreases risk of injury. It's going to help you if you're planning to have another baby or baby soon. It's going to help you with that labor, delivery, all of the above. Yes. Yep. Good. Well, today I'm going to show you exactly, Deborah, where we're going to start. All right. I'm going to show you guys a really easy routine. I will link it later, maybe put it in the comments exactly what we do. But it's really easy. You can change it up. There are YouTube videos out there, Warren Sports and Fitness specifically. We've been putting out workouts out there, body weight, maybe a couple pair of dumbbells, whatever you have. So yeah, strength training, very, very important. And then maybe you need to join a gym. Maybe you're like, I am not motivated to work out at home. I know right now it may not be happening in the next few months, but maybe eventually you're like, I cannot do this at home. I think I love to work out at home. I mean, before this even happened, I love it, but not everyone is like that. Maybe you need to be part of our Warren Sports and Fitness. If you're not on our page, ask me, ask Cherie, we'll show you how to join that. But maybe you just seeing somebody else on the screen is going to help you and motivate you to do something at home. But maybe you do need to join a gym eventually down the road to keep you accountable. You can join Warren for as little as $15 a month. And Cherie's class, I know Sally already put a a little bell in your head about that. But Cherie has a lot of young moms in her class, and moms with older children as well, or single. We have some single ladies in there, or young married moms. So women of all ages, and it's specifically designed strength training for women. And her class is so much fun. I've taught it a couple times. These women are hardcore, but they're not intimidating at all. Cherie will go over all the moves with you. She will make sure that your form is good. You're not going to injure yourself. And it's just women who are going to come alongside you and encourage you. So maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to join a class. Maybe you need to, you don't have to come to Warren, but I think Warren Sports and Fitness is the best one out there. So but ask us any questions that you have about that too. So just getting somebody involved with you. Maybe you need an accountability partner. Maybe you need to call your sister or your best friend up and say, hey, just keep me accountable. Let's meet a couple times a week. Once this quarantine is over, keep me accountable. Let's go outside. Let's meet for a class, whatever you can do. Get somebody to keep you accountable. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe you and your husband can work out together. Me and my husband like to work out together. I know some people, they cannot work out with their spouse, but maybe you can. So before we go into our exercise, all right, you guys ready for that? Let's specifically make some goals for you guys. All right. I want you to think, grab a sheet of paper, a pen, or, type it out on your phone. We're going to go over goal setting. So at the beginning, exercise science or any wellness major, public health, they're going to go over SMART goals with you and how to set SMART goals for your clients, or how your clients can set SMART goals. So I do this with all my clients, or I try to. Chronic disease clients that I really worked with, we use this with them, with anyone. So it's the acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. I'm going to go over that. So S stands for specific. So who, what, when, where, and why for your goal. So you got to have a specific goal. If you just say something, in general, and it's not specifically for you, then you're likely not going to stick with it. So a specific goal. M stands for measurable, something that you can gauge or see how far you've come and how far you have to go for that. You have to go for that goal. Something that's measurable, time. In 4 months I want to see this, or I'm going to do this for a year. Something that you can see, and you can see how far you've come and how far you have to go. So something that's measurable. A stands for achievable. So you can take the necessary steps, skills, and abilities needed to get to that goal. R is realistic. So make sure that goal isn't too high or too low to achieve. You don't want something out there that is way over your head, and there's no way you're going to reach that. And nothing that's, too low. That's something maybe you've already done before, or you're like, I know I can get to that, so I'm just going to make it really easy. Something that's realistic. And then timely. Something that will motivate you to begin setting your process in motion. Okay, so we're going to write our SMART goals. You may not want to share it with me, but maybe you specifically have a goal and you want to put it out there on our comments and keep yourself accountable. So I have an example for you guys. This is, I want to work out 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes for 3 months to help manage my stress and anxiety and set an example for my children to follow. So let me go over that again. Here's an example for you. It may look completely different for you. So just come up with one for you. But here's an example. I want to work out how many times? 3 times a week for at least 30 minutes for 3 months. Why? To help manage my stress and anxiety and set an example for my children to follow. Go ahead and write your goal. Take some time, write your SMART goal out. If you want to share it with us. I know me and Cherie, before all this quarantine went down, we had a goal for each other that we were going to be able to do 1 pull-up, okay? 1 unassisted pull-up before, I don't know, we had a couple months, and we were going to do it 3 times a week and keep each other accountable. So there was my goal. I put it out there. Have I been able to accomplish it yet? No, but I'm still working towards that goal. But something like that, I want to be able to, it could be as much as, work out 3 times a week, whatever you've been able to do, or maybe there's an exercise you really want to try. put that out there. Share it with your family and your friends. Put it on your mirror. Put it on your fridge, on your dash in your car that you'll see every day, and you'll be reminded of that goal. So if you want to, guys, share it. And then we are going to do a little workout. So the only thing you're going to need for this workout is I have a little circular band. So it's just like a little circular band. I'll show it to you guys. But if you don't have it, it's okay. You can do all these moves with just your body weight. No need for that. But I'll show you what it looks like. You can get this for like $5, $10 if you want a couple of different resistance. On Amazon, I got mine. Mine came with like an outfit or something, some shorts that I bought, and it came with the bands, and it's been the best one yet. So you can get it from TJ Maxx when it opens, or Target, Walmart. Let me just show you what it looks like. Just one of these loop of a band. You can do so much with this. So that's all we're going to use. I have a mat or a towel. We're going to do some abdominal work as well. We will go over some moves for pelvic floor specifically. I know moms, especially if you had a child recently or you're expecting, it's really important to be doing those pelvic floor exercises. We'll go over that as well. Just at the end, we'll go over some pelvic floor moves. But we're going over a full body strength routine. The heart rate will come up some, but it may not get up there a lot. You want to focus on really good form. I'm going to go over a lot of cues to make sure your form is correct. And you may have a mirror that you can check yourself in. But I have a chair. We're going to use that for some modifications. The wall, just any household item that you have around your house that we'll use too. All right, guys, you ready? We're going to do a warm up, and then we're going to do lower body. We'll do a circuit with lower body, then we'll do upper body, and then we'll end with some core work. All right. All right, so again, you don't have to have the band. If you don't have a band, no worries. We'll do all of these without the band if that's an option for you or you don't have that option. All right, let's just start walking, arching in place. Maybe you were sitting for a while. Just move, shake everything out. Get those arms up. Good. All right. So it's really important to warm up before you start any exercise. So whether it looks different, you may be outside walking, walk easy for 5 minutes. Or you may be thinking about going for a jog easy for 5 minutes or walk. Or if you're doing strength training, you could go outside and walk. Let's just step side to side. Walk for 5 minutes before you start, jog. Or today we're going to do a dynamic warm up. So it's moving while you're warming up. You're not holding a stretch. It's important to know you don't want to be holding static stretches. You see people, before they work out, doing all these moves, just holding that stretch. You don't want to do that. You want to be moving before you start. All right, let's get started. Here we go. We're going to do some full body rotations. So just rotate, getting everything warmed up, getting your back warmed up, your arms. Good. Get those feet in there. Rotate side to side. Good. Keep it going. One more each side. All right, up next, we got a squat with an overhead reach. So for a squat, you want your feet to be a little wider than hip distance. Your weight is going to be back in your heels. You're going to sit in an imaginary chair. All right, so you see how my knees are not going over my toes? I'm sitting back. Weight is in your heels, and I'm getting that upper body in there as well. Maybe you need to take out the upper body and just work on your squat form. Weight's back in your heels. You're sitting in an imaginary chair. Your knees are not caving in. Good. Down, and then come up and squeeze your glutes. Good. Very functional move here. Think about every day where you could be doing a squat to bend down and get something instead of using your back. Good. Give me 2 more. Good. Last one. All right. We're going to do some modified jumping jacks. Good. Perfect. I know a lot of moms, they may not want to do any jumping. You guys know why. So here's a move, modified. But we're gonna do some pelvic floor moves at the end to help with some of that. Just take out the jump. Get my heart rate up already, y'all. That's the whole point of a warm up. Get that heart rate up, get moving, blood flowing, no injuries. One more each side. Good. Up next, T-spine rotation. So you're gonna put your feet about hip width distance. You're gonna hinge forward. Arms are straight out in front of you. You're gonna rotate and open up your arms. Back to center and switch. This is what it looks like. T-spine. You're warming up your back, your arms, opening up your chest. Good. It's really important for young moms to make sure you're working your back muscles, help with posture. A lot of times you're hunched over, feeding a baby, carrying a car seat, getting the car seat out, down playing with young people. So we want to work those back muscles to open everything up. Good. One more each side. Good. All right, one more move for a warm-up. Take off my jacket. It's already warm. All right. You're going to give me a squat with a little punch. So put your feet out a little wider than what we were. Maybe point those toes out some. Squat it down, shoulders down and back. Punch, forward, other side. So these are just 5 dynamic warm-up moves. You're warming up those muscles that we're going to be using later on, getting that heart rate up, getting those muscles moving, blood flowing. That's the whole point of a warm-up. Up next, we're going to go through some leg or lower body moves. Keep it going. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Maybe you need to grab a sip of water before we start. All right, ladies. Okay, so we're all warmed up. I'm going to go over some lower body moves to start. We're going to need that band for a few of them. But we're going to start with our squats again, okay? So let's just go over that. Feet a little wider than hip distance, shoulders down and back. Sit back in that chair. Come up and squeeze your glutes. Remember, my knees are not caving in as I come up. Strong. You're working all those leg muscles. There's an imaginary chair. Maybe you need to do that today. Maybe you need to modify and have a chair. You sit down and stand up. That's an option for you. Another option, keep it going, ladies. Decrease that range of motion. Maybe don't sit as far down. Good. Perfect. 3, last 2, and 1. All right, that's squat. That should be the basis of a lot of your leg moves. Again, if you need to, use a chair. Up next, we're going to go over lunges. So you're going to start your good stance. You're going to lunge back. Your feet are on railroad tracks. They're not like this. They're not way out wide. Railroad tracks. You're going to drop that back knee down and up. Good. Shoulder, chest up. Keep that core nice and tight. Lunges. Your option, decrease that range of motion. Don't go down as far. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. So this is called a static lunge, where you're staying in one position. There's a lot of other lunges that you can do. We could do reverse lunge. Keep it going, ladies. Reverse lunge, reverse back. You could do side to side or lateral lunge right here. You can do forward lunges, but this is just basic static lunge. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. If you have that band, have a seat, put that band around your feet. We're going to put it up high So above your knees, you don't want it on your knees. Above your knees, we're going to use that band next. You're going to give me a squat with the band. Down and up. This is going to work. Get your glutes in there some, and just add a little bit of resistance to make the squat more difficult. Keep it going. If you don't have a band, go back to your regular squats. Good. Whew. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Shake it out. Catch your breath. Maybe grab a sip of water. We got a couple more leg moves or lower body. All right. We're going to stick with the glutes, side of your hips with the band on. You can keep the band up here or you can bring it down, whatever's comfortable for you. You can hold on to something if you need to, or just have a good stance. You're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Working your outer hip, your abductor muscle. Good. Good. We're working on one side. Again, you can hold on to something if you need to. This foot is planted and you're lifting this hip. Give me 2 more on this side. Good. 1 more. Perfect. Switch it up. You may need to adjust that band. Core nice and tight. Lift and lower. Good. A little bit of balance is in there. If you don't have a band, just lift and lower with your body weight. Good. Woo. Outer thighs are burning. Okay, keep it going. 3. Last 2. And 1. Perfect. All right, keeping this band on, or you may not have a band. You can do this body weight. So give me a little mini squat down, and you're going to step out with the other toe. Step forward, keeping that squat. We're going to go 4 times. 3, 4, and then come back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 3, 4. You're getting those outer hips, your glutes all in there. Good. Don't come up too high. Keep that squat. We're going to do it one more time. Good. Good. All right. Last one. Coming back. Good. Whew. Good. A lot of women say, oh, this is my trouble area. This is where we're working right there, your outer hips. We're going to do one more move with this band. Duck walk or side-to-side walk, lateral walk, whatever you want to call it. You're going to keep that band where it is, or you can bring it up. Sometimes I like to bring it up here. Give me a little squat down. We're going to walk side. Good. And then other side. Good. Keeping that squat, chest up and forward. Don't cave in. Keep that core tucked in. Good. And again, you can do this without the band. You don't have to use the band. Good. One more. Let's end right here. Woo. Good. Shake it out. All right, one more lower body move. You can keep that band on, or you don't have to. This is good for those new moms out there. We're going to do some wall sits, all right? So find a wall, whatever you have available. You're going to slide yourself down that wall. Your legs are at 90 degrees. Core is nice and tight. Chest is open and up against the wall. And you're just going to hold it here. Good. Again, you can keep that band on or take it off. This is working legs, quads, hamstrings, everything. This is your burnout. Good. Breathe. You could hold a weight or a dumbbell and move side to side, or a household item, a paint can. Hold it here, y'all. Your legs burning yet? Hold it, hold it. Last 10. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and woo, shake it out. All right, y'all, that's some lower body moves, some choices for you guys to use. You can go through that circuit 2 times, 3 times. Maybe you want to do legs on Monday, upper body on Wednesday, core on Friday. We hit all the major muscle groups in your thighs or in your legs. We're going to do a little bit of more leg moves at the end, and you'll get some core in there too. But we're going to do a little circuit for upper body. Get that band handy. We won't use it yet, but all right, we're going to go over push-ups, okay? I know a lot of women are terrified of push-ups. They may be like, I do not know how to do it. It's so hard. There are modifications, y'all. There are ways that you can work on improving those push-ups. So I'll just go over a basic push-up, okay? It's working chest, shoulders, a great core workout as well. So you want those hands a little wider than shoulder distance. Here's your toe, you're up on your toe position. Arms are coming down along your side, chest down and up. Your option, drop to your knees, chest down to the ground and up. Here's another option. Maybe you can't get down on the ground. Maybe you want to use a chair, incline, take a little bit of that weight off, or you can use a wall right there, working your chest. All right, whatever your option is, you're going to give me 10 of them. Let's go. Good. Keep it going. Remember, don't rush. Go all the way through that range of motion. Last 5. Good, one more. Good, sink it back, child's pose. Stretch it out. Good, that wasn't too bad. Maybe you only got 5 in. Maybe you have to take a little bit longer. That's okay. Keep working on it. Those push-ups will get easier. All right, up next, we're gonna work your back. So again, like I said, a lot of moms spend their time hunched over, breastfeeding, holding that baby, picking it up. We're gonna work your back muscles, open everything up. We're gonna use that band, or you can use household item, cleaning, a bottle cleaning solution, paint can, whatever you have. Wrap that band around your toe. Maybe you have a dumbbell, you can use that as well. You're gonna grab that band, lean your chest down and forward. You're gonna give me a row. So that arm is coming up along your rib cage. You're squeezing your back muscles and slowly lowering. Good, breathe in, breathe out. So a lot of times people get started on strength training and they're not sure when to breathe. I just tell my clients, if they're really new, just focus on not holding your breath. Keep it going. But generally, when you're doing the work, so when I'm squeezing my arm up, you want to breathe out, breathe back in as you release. Good, 2 more. Good, switch it out, other side. Again, this is working your back muscles. Lean your chest down and forward, squeeze, and lower. Again, that arm is coming right up along your rib cage. Keep it going. Another option here, you could grab dumbbells. You could not go all the way down to your knee. You could lift that back leg. Good, slowly lower. Keep going. You could also grab 2 dumbbells, stand up and do it. Or you can do seated rows. Give me 1 more, y'all. Good. All right, up next, we're just going to do body weight for this one. We're going to work your rear delts, the back of your shoulders. Really important again, working your back, posterior chain. For moms, opening everything up. All right, slight bend in your knees. Feet are hip width distance. Roll those shoulders down and back. Hinge forward. Arms are straight out in front of you. You could hold dumbbells or weights if you wanted to. I'm just going to do body weight. Squeeze, slowly lower. I'm making a fist think about working your rear delts, the backs of your shoulders. If you're hinged forward like this, you're not getting the back of your shoulders. Hinge down. Good. Another option, if you needed to have a seat, hinge forward. Same thing. Maybe it's too much for you to stand. Keep it going. 2 more, we're going to pulse it up there. 1 more, hold it up there. Little pulses up and down. Good. Whew. Feeling it in the back of your shoulders. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Good job, ladies. All right, 1 more upper body before we go on to our core abdominal work. Check the time. All right, roll those shoulders down and back. You're going to get a little resistance in that band. Again, if you don't have a band, just do body weight. Shoulders down and back. You're going to raise it up, shoulder level, slowly back down. Creating resistance with that band. Good, work in the front of your shoulders. Good. Woo. Sweating, ladies. Keep it going. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, grab a sip of water. Wipe off some sweat. All right, ladies, this may be what you came for. We're going to do some core work, pelvic floor work. Keep that band handy. We're not going to spend very much time on it, but let's just engage that pelvic floor. I want you to sit cross-legged on the floor. You can. If it's too much, maybe you want to lay down. All right, we're just going to engage that pelvic floor. So I want you to think of your pelvic floor as an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper connecting hip bone to hip bone, pelvic bone to tailbone, okay? So think of it as a trampoline. I know if you ladies have had babies recently, maybe you have done pelvic floor, but it's really important. Women, childbearing age, should be doing pelvic floor work as much as they can. All right, roll those shoulders back. All right, so we're going to do what you may laugh at this, Kegels. You guys know this. I'm sure you have done this. If you've had a baby recently or, you're trying, whatever, it's really important to strengthen that pelvic floor. So I want you guys to take a deep breath in. As you let it out, release or lift that pelvic floor. Breathe in, lower down. As you breathe out, lift that pelvic floor. Maybe close your eyes. Breathe in, release. It's important to release it. And then breathe out. Lift that pelvic floor. So it's a good way to just practice this sitting Indian style. You can do it laying down. We'll do some moves that you can think about doing these. But you can do this anytime. Nobody can see what you're doing. Just really think about strengthening. This will take care of a lot of those problems that your moms have after pregnancy. All right, so grab that band. We're going to do a glute bridge. I want you to think about doing your Kegels as you do your glute bridge as well. All right, so lay all the way down. You can have that band or you may not want it. Your heels are pressing into that ground. Deep breath in. As you let it out, lift your pelvic floor and lift your glutes up. And then slowly release back down. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift that pelvic floor, lift your glutes, and then back down. Slow and controlled. Keep it going. Working your back side of your body, your glutes, hamstrings, and again, we're doing pelvic floor work as well. Breathe in as you lower, breathe out. Lift that pelvic floor, lift your glutes, slowly lower back down. Don't let those knees cave in. Keep them out. Keep it going. Squeeze. Give me 2 more. Breathe out and lift. Then breathe back in. Good. All right, up next, dead bugs. I want you guys to take the band off. You can use that band if you want to. This is going to be a great core work. You don't have to be doing planks all the time, y'all. Lift those knees up 90 degrees. Arms are up. We're going to lower. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Come back. Good. Keep it going. Breathe out. Breathe back in. Just don't hold your breath. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Good. Keep it going. If you wanted to use that band, you can wrap it around your toes. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and switch. Working your core, keeping that lower back tucked down to the ground. All right, that's dead bugs. Put that band on your thighs or around your heels. We're going to do some leg lifts right here, working your obliques, working your outer thighs. You can lay down or rest up, whatever is comfortable for you. Keep that core nice and tight. That band is there. Lift and lower. Good. You're working your outer thigh. You may want to lay down some. You may feel it in your oblique, the side of your abs. Keep it going. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out, other side. How we doing, ladies? We're almost through. Good. Rest, down, raise, and lower. Again, you can come up like this or down. Working that outer thigh, working your obliques. If you don't have a band, stack your feet, just move that leg up and down. 3 more. 2, and 1. Good. All right, we got one more move, ladies. We're going to do what's called a bird dog. Working on balance, working on lower back. All right, get rid of that band. Come up to tabletop. Good. Roll those shoulders down and back. We're just going to start with our legs. So you're going to lift one leg back, squeeze that glute, lower down, switch. Good. Give me one more like that. Looking straight down. Now let's do your upper body. Raise one hand, raise the other. Your lower body's resting. Good. Now let's put it in practice with both. So you're going to lift opposite arm, opposite leg, squeeze, lower down, switch it out. Good. Lower down. This is working lower back. You'll feel it in your core as well as some balance. Very low impact. Good. Perfect. Give me one more each side. Good. All right, ladies. Awesome job. Let's stretch it out, and we'll talk a little bit more as we stretch. Go ahead and have a seat. Put those feet together. Butterfly position. Tuck those feet in as far as you can. Shoulders down and back. Think about pressing through, down and through those thighs. Chest up. So just as important as exercise is, it's important to stretch at the end of your workout as well. This is just a full body strength routine using body weight as well as a band. If you wanted to, you can add dumbbells in there. That's an option as well. Take one leg out long. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reach down towards that toe. Maybe you're intimidated when you walk into a gym and you're not sure what to do. If you guys come on over to Warren Sports and Fitness, I'm happy to help you out, show you some, make sure that you are comfortable on the machines, switch it out. If you're interested in personal training, I personal train as well. We also have other personal trainers. You may need a little more one-on-one. But again, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Just get in as much as you can. We talked about the benefits of strength training, the benefits of exercise in general. All right, let's sink it back, child's pose. Put your knees out wide. Sink back, forehead reach down. Rest. Good. Deep breath in, deep breath out. When you're ready, come up to standing. Let's reach up. Bring those arms down. Open up. Opening up your chest. Good. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out, reach down, open up. So you can watch YouTube videos, you can do exercises on YouTube, maybe get those shoulders stretched out. Maybe you have an old fitness video that you're like, oh, I used to do that. It's gonna look different for everyone, guys. Go ahead and switch it out, other shoulder. Let me know if you have any questions, leave any comments, any questions that you guys have, any questions about the workout. Maybe you guys told me if you had your goals. Maybe you need to write out your goals. Maybe you need to keep yourself accountable, put them down there. Go ahead and shout me out. Let me know if you have any questions about strength training, about exercise in general. I know we didn't go over nutrition too much. I'm not a certified nutritionist or anything like that, but I can, as a personal trainer, exercise science background, I can give you some tips and pointers. Maybe you want to shoot me what you've been eating. I can give you some tips and pointers there. But you guys know nutrition is just as important as exercise, so make sure you're taking care of yourself there. If you need to have accountability, get a nutritionist to help you with that as well. Again, before you start any exercise program, make sure you talk with your physician, make sure everything is cleared before you start anything. And don't go off too hard, too fast. Don't injure yourself. Ease into it, especially if you have not been doing much exercise. Feel free to leave any comments, any thoughts. You guys did awesome. Proud of you. Thanks for joining me. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday.